Hello everybody, good evening. Hi all. So today we are going to start this listing, this two listing. Okay, this one and this one, 16 to 15 and 16 to 16. How to write a one programming to generate these two reports at a time. Okay, so this one I am giving you as a homework. Okay, so I'll explain the work at the end of the class. Okay, so this was the 5th April and this was the homework. So I'll explain at the end of the class, but before that one we will complete this programming. So after that one, so we'll see the homework session. Okay, so 16 to 15 and 16 to 16. Okay, 16 to 15, so this is the cell. So they are expected to list this variable in this listing. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 variable they want to be included in one page, so that too. So the title itself showing that abnormal biochemistry values, so they want to list only the biochemistry abnormal values they want to be print. Okay, in the same time 16 to 16. So either this also the same layout, but in this listing they want to figure it out only the hematology related records. Okay, so hematology related this one and this one is the biochemistry related record they want to print. So remaining everything same, only the condition of the title is change. Okay, so if the same layout is there, only the condition is changing places, so we can write one programming to generate these two reports at a time. So I'll show you how to do that one. So before that, what I do, so I create separate programming first, then I'll create another programming to macrotize, to create how to create the multiple reports at a time. Okay, first I'll do this listing 16 to 15, later I'll do the 16 to 16, then I'll combine the two programs and create one another programming, the main program. Okay, so what we do, so we have to first take the header part and etc from the previous program. So up to here you can copy and you can paste it, and this one is the listing, 16 to 15. Okay, so the same thing I'll create one more program, that is 16 to 16. Okay, so now 16 to 15 program I am going to write, so step by step. So what are the variable they want to be included here? Around 7 variable. Okay, so which data set they want to be considered? So they want to take it the information from the ADLB data set. Okay, so let me open the ADLB data set once. ADLB nothing but Adam data set laboratory related. Okay, so here you can see one variable called parcat1. So here you can see the chemistry and some records related to the hematology, etc. Okay, so biochemistry and chemistry both are same. If you are not able to confident on that one, you can reach out to the statistician whether the biochemistry and chemistry both are same or any different. Okay, so most of the time chemistry and biochemistry both are same. If any listing they are asking about the biochemistry, you can filter the records of chemistry. Okay, so the first listing data ADLB set, we can take the ADLB. Okay, so the first thing is we need to filter as per the title. So parcat1 equal to what? Chemistry related records, you can pick the record. Okay, fine. So this is the main condition of the title, and one more condition also there. This they haven't mentioned in the annotation, but as per this one, so abnormal nothing but, so not normal values. Okay, so here you can see there is a variable called here ANR and the variable is there, right? So normal values or high values, etc. values are there. So what they are asking, so they don't want to print all the record, so they want to print only the abnormal records. So that is why simply you can mention ANRIND, so not in normal. So they want to print only the abnormal records, right? So in the title, if you see carefully, so they want to print only the abnormal in the sense not normal. So that is why we exclude the record which is normal records. Okay. So this is as per the title. So if you are confusing with the title condition, you can reach out to the statistician. He only responsible for the mock shell, right? He will clearly explain what condition you need to take in case if it is not clear. Okay. So here they mentioned this category, but they haven't mentioned the not normal category. Okay. So as per this one, so they have to mention this condition also, because everything here you can see the flag ANR and they want to show only the abnormal values. So condition we applied. Now we are keeping the variables one by one as per the shell. So first one is use USUBJID, and the second variable is here. So parameter or parameter number or parameter. Okay. Let me check. So here only the parameter there. So there is parameter numeric version variable was not available. So we can mention only the parameter variable. If the numbering also there, so you can include here they mentioned paramin slash para. So if it is present, you can include. Otherwise, you can only include which variable is available. Even the numeric version variable is available, so we can use that variable for only sorting purpose. And the parameter information related variable is there, right? This one. So we need to display this information in the list. Okay. Yeah. So parameter variable we included. Second variable. Next, third variable you can see here, a visit and a visit. So here you can see a visit is the numbering, a visit is the character version. So as per the title, which one they want to represent? Only the character version. But if the numeric variable also available, so you can use this variable for sorting purpose and you can display the information of this character version. Okay. So that is why I mentioned both the variable a visit and a visit. Okay. So the next variable is here ANRLO and ANR high. So both the variable, and next variable is ADTM. So ADTM, okay, fine. And next Avalci and ANRIND. So Avalci and ANRIND. Okay, these are the variables they want to be included. So first thing is here, yeah, everything fine. So you can look carefully. So there is minor changes needed. So first variable fine, second variable fine, third variable also fine. The fourth variable here you can see these two ANR LO and ANR high. So they want to make it into one variable. So here the data set showing two different variable, but coming to the listing, so they want to concatenate it both together with the dash and display that information. As I already told you, everything should be in a character version. So, but these are the two numeric versions. So make them into the character and then concatenated both these two variables. Okay. So for that purpose, what we do? So first I need to convert these variables to character. So just I am giving character. So put of this comma best dot I am giving, and high also character version I am creating. So now I am creating this low and high value, low and high variable. So this variable concatenated with dash and this variable. So that so as they expected here, you can see low value dash high value. Right? So we created low value dash high value. So I am keeping this variable instead of these two variables. Okay. So now we can see the low and high. So there is a spaces are there. To remove the spaces, I just use the strip function to remove the spaces. Okay. Now we can see there is no spaces. Directly the two values were concatenated. So this variable also done. So next coming to this ADTM. So let me check what type of ADTM. ADTM is the which format? It is in a numeric format. But as just now I told you, so everything should be in a character format. So ADTM underscore C, just put the ADTM comma, so date time 20 dot format. So otherwise, already they have one format, right? So date time 16, you can use the same format. If the statistician want to change the format, you can change. Otherwise, same format you can apply. Now you can see the ADTM instead of the ADTM. So now what I'm trying to do, so I make all the variables into the character format so that alignment also easy. Everything should be left alignment. So here you can see this character, this one character, everything character. Okay, you can see this was a numeric, but we are not using only sorting purpose we use and display purpose we use this variable. So this is the numeric version variable which is used for to sort this variable, and this variable used to display purpose. Okay, so this is character and this also character variable we created. Now what I am doing here, so next as usual, so I am going to call the RTF style of macro to print this information. So this one. So first you can call the RTF style of macro. So anywhere you can call. Next, titles and footnotes. Yeah. So first title is this one. This is the third title for this one. (16 to 15). Now the same thing. So 16 to 15. Next, proc report section. So proc report section, what are the variables we need to be included? So these are the variable. You can copy all the variables and paste it here. One by one variable we need to carefully define. So because we have 99 cell width, right? So we need to carefully define each and every variable. Okay. So the first variable is use sub JID. How they want to represent subject in a first line, number in a second line. So initially you can give some random cell width. After once get the output, so you can adjust the cell width based upon the output. Okay, here I am giving 15 cell width for the use sub JID. And next parameter. Okay, so the label of the parameter is test. Okay. So next, visit n is the numeric version and visit is the character version. So what I do here, so define a visit n just for sorting. So I just give an order, but I am not printing that information. Okay. So no print. Only the visit information we are printing. So then why you are this one? So visit information also we have to follow. If there is a numeric version variable they mentioned here, so they given some numbering. So baseline they given 1, visit 2 they given 2, end of the study they given 99. So this order variable they created in the order means, so you have to follow this order, because if you directly use this the proc sort, what happen? It follow the alphabetical order wise. But to avoid the alphabetical order, so they create some numbering. So if you directly use this variable, automatically this information also sorted as per this order. Okay. So that is why a visit n you can use first, visit later. Here also define the a visit n, but not printing. Automatically visit information followed the visit n sequence. Okay. So here I am giving around 17, and next low and high, that is normal range. Can give the 10%, and next ADTM underscore C, that is the date time of measurement. So date time in the first line, and second line measurement 60. Okay. So next variable is eval C. So each and every variable I am defining. I'm not doing anything much. So result, and here only 5% I am giving, because you can look the variable names also. Okay, just check the string of the eval C. Okay, so eval C, if you see, it is 5% or below 10% is fine, instead of 20-30%, because the string is somewhat looking short only, right? Yeah. So the final variable is ANRIND, ANRIND. So that label is flag. Right. Okay. So after that one, as usual, above one line and below line one, and close the output. We can see how the report is going to generate. After that one, any adjustment is needed, so we'll do. Yeah. So this is not ADSL, this is ADLB, right? So here you can see everything was produced, but the bottom line is missing because it is containing more than one page. As well as if you see here, the glucose is printed 2 times and test also printed two times. If the similar information is there, so there you can apply the order. Okay, so there you can apply the order. So what happened, instead of these two lines, it will make into only one line. Here the subject number only one time printed. The below four records also it was belongs to this subject only, right? So that is why if we apply the order, automatically it will group. Okay, group as well as sort. That is why we mainly prefer order instead of group. Okay, so if you apply group, only it will group. If you apply order, it will group and it will sort. Here you can see same information two times was printed because glucose. So that is why I just apply the here test also. I apply the order. Now you can see only the glucose one time printed. That means what? These three record belonging to the glucose. Glucose and spaces are there, right? So instead of three times it was printed, if you apply the order, it will print only one time. Okay. So now even still we have one problem here because bottom line is missing, and so we have to control the bottom line. The bottom line was printed at the last page only, but not in that cases. We have to print the bottom line in each page. So why the bottom line is not printed? Because so we are not controlling any page numbers here. Directly we are uh, put everything into the pages. So once the page was completed, it will print into the next page. So instead of that one, we can control the page numbers in the data set level itself. Okay. So how to control, I'll show you. So data ADLB2 set ADLB. Okay. So first you can write the return statement, line number 0 and just P1 equal to 1. So what happened now here? So just I'm keeping one variable so that you will understand easily. Okay. So just I'm keeping one variable to understand easily. So now you can see each subject, these many records are there. First I am creating the 0 to all the records and 1 to all the records. Okay. So now gradually what I am doing here, line number plus 1. So now what happened? We can see. So the line number was printing like this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up to how many rows are there? 238. So that many rows it will iterated one by one. So 1, next 2, next 3. So LNT plus 1 nothing but, so it will iterate 1 observation until the last observation reach. So this is the process we follow. So first line number we are increasing. We are adding 1. So I am controlling here. So once this line number was reaching the number 20, okay. So what I am telling to the SAS, so you have to increase the page number and again you will start the line number from the 1. Okay, then again start the loop. That is what I given command. So here you can see line number was 1, 2, 3. It was printing one by one. So what the command I am giving, once it reaches to the 20 line, so page number should be increased one place and again this line number should start 1, then again 1, 2, 3 like that it should print. So now here you can see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once it reaches to the 20th line, so the page number P1 number was increasing to, and again the line number will start with the 1. Then again once it reaches to the 20 line, again the 2 is going to 3 and again it will start 3. So likewise 20 lines I created one separate number. So that what I do, so these 20 lines I am going to print in one page. The next 20 line was going to print in the second line. Okay. So now I remove this keep statement along with all the variables. Sorry. Along with all the variables. So we have added the line number as well as page number. Okay. So one page, second page, like that, we created one variable called P1. So now I am going to use this P1 variable at the first. Okay. As well as I am defining this P1 variable just for order, not to printing purpose. And I am breaking the variable this P1 by page. Now you can see the output. Sorry, this was the ADLB2. We can see 20 lines were printed in the first page and bottom line also there, and second also 20 lines, third also 20 lines, like that, around 12 pages were there. So all the information was printed properly without any truncation and without any page breaks. Okay, so if you want to increase the page numbers, you can increase here. Instead of 20, if it is 25 fitted, so you can give the more numbers also you can give, but 20 lines are sufficient to display in one page as I feel. So that is why I just mentioned all the 20 lines per a page, and no page we are missing the bottom lines. Okay, so this is for the biochemistry. So similar way, so you can create the hematology. Okay, simply you can copy the entire program. Okay, just copy the entire program and save it into this here. Okay, so what are the changes I am going to do? Just watch. So the first change is here, right? So first change. So what is the first change? So second listing, what they are asking, hematology related information. So instead of chemistry, you have to add only the chemistry values. Okay, so a parcat one variable containing the hematology related thing, you can add the hematology. So this is the first change. So 1 minute. So first change is hematology, and the second change is here. Here the title is second change because that title is different and this listing title is different, right? Second change is here. So this was the second change, and third change is footnote. So here instead of 5, so you need to put 6, and the fourth change is here, this output file name. This one. Okay, so remaining all everything same. So just passing the information containing the hematology related observation. If you run this one, so now hematology related output was produced, and you can observe the test. Hematology tests are different and biochemistry tests are different. Okay, if you run the biochemistry related, so these tests are calcium, glucose, like that. But the coming to the hematology, so hematology, these are basophils, eosinophils, like that. Okay, so this is, if we have a two programs you are created, that is no issue. So you can separately be created. That is not an issue. But your lead programmer asked to create only one programming instead of two programming, but you need to generate the two listings at a time because layout is similar, only the condition is changed. Why you are creating two programs instead of creating one program and make it as a macrotize? So if they are telling in that way, so how to write a program? So just copy this program and paste it, and I am giving the program name as, so 5 and 6. Okay, So now I am going to macrotize. We already know where the changes are there, right? So instead of that one, we can copy this program. Okay. So here you can write so 5_6, both 5 and 6, right? Listings. So this is the actual program. If they are asking to separate program, you can create separate. Otherwise, you need to macrotize the program. So starts with the macro. So macro name you can give as anything you can give. Okay. So how many places you are changing? 4 places. So that is why I just given 4 variables. Okay. So now we are assigning this macro variables where the places are changing was happening. So here this is the first place. Whenever you are using macro variable, it should be in a double quotation mark. Okay. So ampersand v1. So the first change and the second change places here you can use ampersand v2. Third change places you can use ampersand v3. It is an extension, right? So that is why extra dot, even dot, all dots as is an extension. So in these cases you use a one more dot to resolve the macro variable. Here also you can use the ampersand v4, again one more dot. This is an extension. Dot files are there, right? So these are the extension cases. You use the one more extra dot. Okay. So now 4 places, 4 macro variables are fixed. Then close the macro and now calling the macro. Okay. So calling the macros are, so how many? Open and closing bracket. So 4 macro variables. V1 equal to and V2 equal to, V3 equal to and V4 equal to. Okay. So 4 macro variables we need to call. So in the first case, 16 to 15 program output you want to generate. So what I do, so just call this. So in this program, what is the V1? This is the V1. Chemistry is the V1. So V1 is the chemistry. So what is the V2? V2 is the, this is the V2. Okay. So instead of calling this one directly, because it containing some special character. So if you are directly passing this information, so it will give an error message. So that is why to mask the special character in the macro variable, we use the function called str function. So if you are directly applying, so this special character will give trouble and the macro won't execute. So to mask the special characters in the macro passing time, so use the function called %str. Okay. So what is the third one? This is the third one. So this containing also underscore special character. To mask the special characters of underscore, you can call this one. And finally, the fourth case is this one. Okay. So now if you are running this macro, what happened? The biochemistry related output was created. If you run and see, so biochemistry related output was created. So want to create the hematology report as well. Okay, so this output you want to generate, simply copy this entire thing and paste it here. Okay, so in this case, what is the first one? V1 is hematology. Okay, so this is the title and this is a 6 and this is a 6. Now if you are running the entire program, what happen? First it will execute, next it will execute. In single program we can generate these two outputs at a time. So if you run this one, so first it will execute, and the second the hematology related program will execute, and two outputs were generated. Here hematology related and here biochemistry output was generated. So this macrotizing programming were very much helpful whenever, so we have a multiple outputs are there with the same layout, only the condition change cases. So for example, 10 outputs are there, only single program you assign. So you have to macrotize, and 10 times you can call this macro with the parameter. So that what happen, if you once you run, so automatically the 10 outputs was created one by one. So if anything modified within the program, that was going to applicable for all the 10 output at a time, instead of each and every program you open and update and save and run. So that was taking more time. If you are macrotizing a programming, so you can easily generate the multiple outputs by using the single programming. Okay, so this was happened in case the structure is same, only the condition changes cases only we prefer to produce, or we prefer to use the macrotizing programming to generate the multiple. If the variable names are different, and that cases we can go with the each and every separate program for separate listing. Okay, so this is the today's class. Anybody having any doubt, you can ask me now. Yeah, this is a little bit complex to you. So first time you are seeing the macrotizing programming, but if you go one by one step, so that is why I created separate program once. Then I created the actual programs later to combine these two programs and explain to you, so that it is easy for you to understand. I hope. So anybody having any doubt on this, you can ask me now, or previous programs having any doubt also, you can ask me. You just
Sir, one question.
yeah.
Actually, we are ordering all the variables, right? So, is it needed to give a visit n also, because we are not using in this program, right? Is there any dependency between a visit n and a visit?
Because if you are directly using the a visit, okay, yesterday I told you the column statement also acting as a proc sort by variable. How the proc sort by is sorting the variable, this column also sorting. So if you are directly using the a visit instead of a visit 10, so what happened in the a visit, what is the information there, that was alphabetical order wise it will print. Okay, so I'll show you. So here you can see first one, visit 2, and end of the study. Okay, so you can remember this section once. If you are not using a visit 10, what happened, we can see the biochemistry cases. Okay, so
Yes.
I just remove this one. Okay, biochemistry, this one only, right? This output biochemistry, this hematology, and this is a biochemistry. Okay, so I am not including this one, and this one also I just commented. Okay, so now you can see here. Okay, so this section, first what visit it will printed, end of the visit, because it will take alphabetical order wise instead of the visit number. So anyway, end of the visit should not be first, right? So you can see the dates also, 14th April first and 3rd March is not second, right? So visit 1 should be first, visit 2 second, then end of the visit should be third record. So if you are go with the A visit, and what happen, automatically this information sorted based upon the numeric version variable. If you are directly using, it goes as the alphabetical order way. So alphabetical wise, E comes first, right? So that is why end of the visit study information printed first. Okay.
Yes, sir. Got it. Yeah, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
In this data set, is there a chance that chemistry and hematology will be in mixed, sometimes lowercase and sometimes case? Is that a possibility in the real world project, sir?
So most of the time they follow the one sentence case. If not cases, just open the data set and see the information, how it was printed. Okay. So here in that cases, hematology or chemistry, you have to, give the, it because the variable is case sensitive, right? So it should be, check the data. Most of the time Adams are following the same standard. It should be in uppercase. If not cases, you just open the data set and see the variable observations one. Based upon the data, you have to pass the information. Okay.
So, sir, another question coming to this. So, in case if it's like if we are going to change all into uppercase, right, sir? Do you do that in the data way when you in the data set, or like do you
In the
use
data,
the uppercase function here
in the data set only, in the data, if you want to,
when you are
show it
extracting?
here, you can see, for example, this variable you want to show in uppercase, so you can write param equal to uppercase of parameter in the data set level only. Okay.
So before you extract it to the temp ADLB data
Yes.
into the temp.
So we are not changing any data from the data set. We are creating the temporary data set, right? So there you can change whatever you need. For example, here, so the test they are want to, the mark shell they are showing, they want to show in a prop case. So you can change here in this temporary data set. You can change, and this data set you can pass into the proc report. Okay.
Got it, sir. Thank you.